Hey fellas, how you doing? It's Johnny. Yeah, I wanted to make a second part. I don't usually make second parts in videos. Once I talk about a topic, I put it out, I enjoy it. Hopefully people get inspired by it. It helps people at a particular stage or whenever. But I wanted to make a part 2 on the video I did about NoFap pornography because I've got more to say about it. I thought there were some really interesting comments, really positive, really honest as well. I think it's great that people are refraining from it. So having done that video, having gone away, given it some more thought, having seen the effects, the positive effects it's had on my life from quitting it, and thinking about things like social anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, you know, building confidence, building self-love, all of the areas that I talk about on YouTube, all the things that you guys and girls are interested in. And I'm really firm. I personally think pornography is catastrophic to the soul. It's not good. I find it fascinating. Of course, it's people's choice, it's their opinion, how some people really react and defend it. I suppose that's how powerful addiction is. Years ago, when I had addictions, if someone was to question them, I'd get offended, because when we question someone's addiction, people can sometimes feel personally attacked. What I really want to talk about in this video, I want to talk about subpersonalities. So what's pornography got to do with subpersonalities or multiple personalities? So just to let you know, if you don't know what subpersonality is, multiple personality, it's basically what we all have. We all have separate personalities that we've accumulated from our childhood. These have been, they're basically grown out of the egoic mind and our protective mechanism to protect ourselves from further harm or abuse or judgment or fear, which all relates to social anxiety, social phobia, and a lot of the fears in society today and the personal fears that both men and women undergo. So in my personal experience, I can honestly say, whenever I've watched pornography, it's because I've been in a bad place. Even if I've been in a really good place over a period of time, and then I've had a day where I felt a bit depressed, or I felt lonely, or I felt bored, or I felt aroused, and I'm single, or I'm not in a relationship, I'm not having sex, it's catch me then. And I've really given it some thought, and I'm in a really good place spiritually now. So I think I'm really qualified to do this video and to say this from someone who was in a very dark place a few years ago, and been in dark places numerous times, depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, feeling like the world, I just want to get out of life, suicidal thoughts, and now being in a very good place, being in a place of honesty, integrity, fun, truth, all the names that we call it. So it's, for me, the problem with pornography is, amongst the obvious reasons, you know, the abuse that women undergo. I think I said it in the first video I did. I watched a documentary about a former porno star that quit the business and become a Christian. And she gave a talk and explained what these women go through. These women are, a lot of these women, these are her words, are sex slaves. They're drugged up, they're from broken homes, you know, to some extent, they're like myself years ago. They've got fears of abandonment, they've got low self-esteem, they may have had a trauma issue with a parent. Probably lots of them have been sexually abused, physically abused. So just because they look attractive when they're having sex on the screen, different positions, and of course we're human, men, we get turned on by that, and women, it doesn't make it right to add to that. I certainly don't want to be a part of that. I'm a good person. I'm assuming you watching this video now, you're a good person. But I do understand what it's like being a man, because I'm going to be 33, especially when I was in my 20s. I didn't have any self-control. Self-control wasn't in my reality. I didn't even care about self-control. I didn't even have respect for myself. I was in a place of insecurity, and I was a young guy. But now I've gotten older, and I've learned from mistakes. I've seen the benefits of having self-control, and I think that's what messes up so many young men today, and women in our society. They're not really explaining the benefits of having self-control. When our parents tell us don't do that because it's bad, the first thing we usually say is, but why? I want it. I want to have that sweet, or I want to go into that place, or I want to climb that tree. And sometimes our parents, they're doing it because they love us, but they don't sometimes explain the benefits. So if they was to say nicely, if you climb that tree or you put your hand in that fire, it's going to burn your hand, you're going to be in a lot of pain. If you don't put your hand in that, you're going to be happier, you can get on with something that you do like. So I guess I didn't explain that very well, but what I'm trying to say is, I really want to explain to you the benefits of giving up pornography. And I guess that's what the NoFap movement is doing, which I love, and I'm definitely part of it. We've got to think about the benefits, how it makes us feel. When do we ever feel good when we watch pornography? We're contributing to a very dark medium, especially if you're a spiritual man or woman like myself, on this continuous spiritual path, and you want to feel more love, you want to give more love out, you want to be a better person. Even if you are a very business-minded person, I work with a lot of people that work in business, and they're successful in the business and they want to grow more, but they want to grow spiritually, because a lot of people are good in their business, good at making money, good at selling, good at giving value, but not good at respecting themselves. Still got addictions to pornography, still cheating in relationships. So pornography for me, it's just another lower consciousness act of self-betrayal. And it's another one of those acts where we say, I don't trust myself, I don't trust myself, I don't love myself. Because when you watch pornography, it invokes other sub-personalities that are egoic, and they lower your state of consciousness and they make you feel like rubbish, like jealousy. When I used to watch pornography years ago, of course I'm going to feel jealous watching men on the screen that are better looking than me, that are in better shape, and they're having sex with these beautiful women. It's playing against my insecurities, and that's what they want, that's what they sell to you. But when we refrain from that, and I don't mean this in an arrogant way, I end up feeling like a very beautiful person. Does that make sense? And that's why I teach this stuff. So people feel beautiful on the inside, then you feel beautiful on the outside, then you actually attract a beautiful person, whether you're a man or woman. You don't have to watch that stuff. Looking back when I was at my most happiest, which is right now in this present moment, and a few years ago, it was when I was in a great relationship with a woman. I know I've said most of my relationships back then were dysfunctional, they were, but I did have a few, great periods with women. One of my previous girlfriends, I don't need to mention her name, I was really in love with each other, and I never even had a thought to watch pornography. We had a great sex life, we're getting on really well. And this went on for about over a year until I became insecure, made mistakes, and anyway, I've spoken about that in the past. So pornography, the mindset's wrong, there's no self-control, and I get a lot of men saying to me they want to be men, they want to be alpha male. Basically all these terms we use, I don't get too caught up in alpha maleism, competition, but really when people ask me this, they're really saying, I want to love myself more, I'm struggling to love myself. And people struggle to love themselves at different levels of life. As I said, I work with many people that are materially very successful, they make a lot of money, they've got houses, they're good looking, they're confident on the surface, but they're struggling on the inside. I've worked with doctors, I've worked with lawyers, I've worked with millionaires, I've worked with bankers. But it doesn't matter about the title, it doesn't matter about the money, they're struggling because they're not happy, they're paranoid. They can't sit and relax like this and be present because the mind's going on and on about all the things that they did wrong, and they're wondering why they got all this material gain, all this money, all this attention, all this perceived respect, but no respect for the self. So pornography for me is just another medium that's negative, and it's taking you away from the relationship with yourself. Most people don't want to face themselves. They avoid themselves. Pornography is avoidance. I've talked about it in psychology. I'm really passionate about helping people to stop avoiding who they truly are, which is love, which is an honest person, which is a strong person. So pornography, as I said in the first video, contributes to social anxiety, depression and suicide. So of course I'm not going to advocate that. That's why I had to stop watching it myself, so I could teach people and do videos like this, inspire people. And I've experimented with pornography for many years. I remember years ago, I'll tell you a story, a true story. This isn't in any way, shape or fashion to judge anyone from the past, but I had a friend a really nice guy. I don't need to say his name. I've had lots of nice friends. But he was addicted to pornography. He was always watching porn. And I couldn't understand it because he was a good looking guy. He had a lot of charisma, a people's person. I could never understand it. But I can't say anything because I was watching it at the same time as well. I was doing everything wrong behind the scenes. Prostitutes, porn. So it's in that medium. Do you understand what I mean? But it's very dangerous for people that are in denial and want to evolve spiritually. They want to become congruent. They want to be confident. They want to trust their family and friends. They want to get a great relationship with themselves. All these areas of the relationship, that's what I really want to say in this video. Pornography is catastrophic for the relationship with yourself. If you buy into, oh, it's not that bad, because this can sound extreme. This would have sounded extreme to me years ago, but I was in a bad place. Sometimes when you're in a bad place, you can't see anything, you can't see outside of that. You just see you just see according to the reality you're in. So of course, if you hang around with 7 people and they all watch pornography and they're all angry, judgmental, hateful, racist, violent, you're going to take that on. And if someone comes along and is living different to that and happy and tells you, whatever it is you need to stop, maybe it's going to threaten you. So pornography is a lack of self-control, it's a lack of integrity, and it's harmful, it's self-sabotaging. You've only got to see, and I'm telling you from my experience, I've seen so many stuff on the internet about people that have get their experience from stopping it, more confidence, and I've certainly got more energy. I mean, I always had a lot of energy, and that's another thing just coming to me. When you watch porn, you feel lethargic. You watch porn, you don't want to come out of the house. You know why you don't want to come out of the house? Because you're carrying shame. I really believe that, 100%. When you watch that, you incarnate shame. It may not be permanent shame, but for a couple of days you're ashamed. Of course you're going to have trouble looking people in the eye and having intimacy. Of course you're going to feel anger, jealousy. You're going to take on the energy that's going on in the sex, in the porno shoots and films. And it's very fake. I really believe it. Why are so many people surprised that they're struggling with social anxiety and they can't be themselves? And this is not the words, this is words from people that I work with. They're saying, I'm a fake person. Because you're buying into something that's fake. You're attracting that into your reality. So what I assume when we go on pornography, we are really, what we're saying is, I'm telling myself I can't find love. Because true love is honest, is wholesome. That's the most powerful love. I don't need to explain that, you already know that. But if we get frightened because we listen to this vicious, sometimes vicious internal egoic voice that tells us we're not good enough, we're not lovable, it's never going to work out for us, we go onto the porn and we feed into that belief, and then that belief feeds into our life. We want to start a new business and we get a voice coming up saying, it's not going to be possible for you, you wouldn't be able to do it, you're not qualified, or it's too scary and you don't do it. So pornography contributes to all of these negative beliefs that you're going to take on. That's why so many men are impatient around women. And of course women will say, he acted strange, I've had it, I've been like that myself, or he's weird. And it's not really because he's weird, it's because he's afraid, he's insecure. So you're going to be sitting with a woman like this, and you see how present I am with you now and calm? You're not going to be able to be like this. You're not going to be able to be like this. Unless you're an exception to the rule. Because you've just bought into this lower vibration. Spiritually it's bad, psychologically, intuitively. Every time, and men, I spoke to many men, people, I've been around people before, and it used to really annoy me, I'd be straight. It used to really upset me when people would pull out their phone and put pornography on and show it to me, because and I said, no, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. And the reason I didn't want to see it, because it's going to get me aroused. And I see that on the screen, and I go home, I can't get the thought out of my head, and I jump on the laptop, put pornography on. So I got really upset with a friend once, really angry. Nothing physical, but I just said, look, I said, please. I said, no, this is how I said, please, fucking hell, I don't want to see that, I don't like it. He said, oh, I didn't know, man, I thought you liked that. I thought, what's wrong? I just want to show, I don't want to see it, please. But I realised it's not personal with him, because I've made mistakes too, but that's what it does. It brainwashes people. It lowers people's level of intelligence. I'm not talking about intelligence of how many books you read, or how much you know about the economy, or how much you know about history. Awareness, the present moment, intelligence, spiritual intelligence. It lowers your intelligence. Now, if you're not interested in what I talk about, if you don't want to improve your self-esteem, be confident, and attract the right relationships in your life, switch the video off. So I am passionate about it, and I'm actually gonna campaign on my YouTube channel. I'm not gonna put all my energy into it because, well, I'm quite passionate. I want to be one of the people that adds into the world to pull this thing down, to stop it. Because when I think about it now, I'm getting really passionate. If I go back 10 years ago, I was getting out all these getting CDs. I remember I had about 20, 30 CDs of all these different porn. And it was at a time, guess what a coincidence. I was depressed in my life. I was about 20, 22, 23, it's about 10 years ago. I was suicidal. I could not speak to people unless it was, aggression, anger. I was in a really bad state of consciousness, and I didn't have anyone to speak to, and my therapy was pornography. Now, looking back, I should have not, if I didn't watch the porn and I went and got a counsellor, it would have been the best thing I could have done. So people make me laugh when they say they haven't got time to go on courses, or they don't have the money to invest, but people will sit for hours masturbating to porn and wondering why they're not progressing in their life. So it's not good. I'm going to make more videos on it. But I also understand. Because I understand people that I understand that level of intelligence. I've been at that level where you think, it's not bad, it's just porn, it's natural to masturbate. Because it can sound very self-righteous, religious, very Christian. But let's just take away the religious aspect and the moral aspect. How does it make you feel? Let's just look at self-esteem, the psychology. It makes you feel like crap. So the only good thing about pornography is to not watch it. So me refraining from it has helped me to grow in other areas. That's why I'm doing this video. So the refrainment, if that makes sense, if that's the right word, the refrainment from porn will spiritually and intellectually grow you as a person. Don't be surprised if you stop watching porn, your finances will improve in your business or your life. You will become more attractive to women. If you're a woman, the same in reverse, you'll become more attractive to men, because women watch porn, women masturbate as well. It's both sexes. I just look at common sense, even being logical, if you want to go down that route, because I'm more of an emotional, spiritual person. Let's be logical. Logically, it doesn't make you feel good, so it makes no sense to watch it. So let's find a replacement, because I think we need a solution. Lots of videos I've seen on the internet which are great, and I don't want to run the risk of contradicting myself. Don't give a solution to overcome porn. I'm going to give you a solution. Maybe the NoFap community does. I haven't watched all of it, but I'm just saying, I've seen videos before and people speak about that porn is not good, and they say stuff I agree on, but I don't give a solution. So less of the finger pointing. What is the solution? The way I've always overcome an addiction, I've always taught this, and I've passed this on to people I work with on my 6-week program, or Skype mentoring, or one-on-one mentoring, or videos now. Find something that you love to do. So for every addiction, you find a hobby that you love. So what's my replacement for porn? The YouTube videos. I love making YouTube videos. I'm passionate about it. I enjoy it. It connects me. It makes me feel good. I love writing. I love personal development. I love spirituality. I love integral living. I love comedy. I love good food. I like going to nice places. I like parks. All of these wonderful things that we can do instead of watching porn. I love meditation. I love, I think I said writing. I like sports. I do occasionally like watching boxing. I don't enjoy it as much as I used to, but I'm a boxing fan. And I like inspiring people. I like motivational talks. So there's so many things that I like. I'm sure you like loads of things. What else could you be doing other than watching porn? I've just forgot the most important thing. What am I speaking about? I like people. I like socialising. Years ago, I couldn't socialise. I had social anxiety. So all the things that you could be doing that you love and you enjoy, and when you do what you love, guess what happens? Guess what happens when you do what you love? You love yourself more. You're more happy in yourself. It shows, and you love other people. So it's the law of attraction. So you watch pornography, don't be surprised if you attract negative people into your life or negative circumstances, because the energy that you are exchanging when you watch porn and how that energy incarnates you and affects your personality. And like I said, if you want me to go really spiritual, I'm going to make another video because it's going past 20 minutes. It's pornography is bad for your presence. The way I'm present now, I was never like this years ago, because I was always in my head worrying about what people think about me, because I was worrying about the things I've done. I don't have those worries anymore because I'm living a clean life. Nothing to worry about. Only to be excited about. So watching pornography lowers your self-esteem, lowers your state of consciousness, ruins the relationship with yourself, ruins your outlook on women, if you're a woman, on men, makes you insecure. I've read reports, I can't guarantee it, I think they're very factual, very right. Gives you erectile dysfunction. Probably makes a lot of men worry about their penis size, because you're seeing men, again, it's exaggerated. I've got massive willies, and it's going to make you feel inadequate. This is the whole job of it, that's the whole business of it. I don't take part in it, I don't watch it. I watch spiritual stuff, loving stuff, inspirational stuff. Find a replacement and kill your addiction with porn, and do that in every area of all your addictions. I'm going to speak about that in another video. So that's my take, and I hope that helps. I've got massive benefits from stopping it, and that's just been through connecting to more happiness and more love, and it's just been the alignment, and this has been one of the pathways to, you know, overcoming social anxiety, which has been over a 10-year period for me, because I made a lot of mistakes and kept falling in and out. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. All right, enjoy the process, and I hope that helps, and let me know in the box again below what you think. And if you want, I'll make a part 3 about this, and I'll go very deep into the spiritual aspect of shadows and how these things affect you and how it affects other areas, and I'll add some more things if you want me to. But I hope you enjoyed that. Bye.